Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will talk about the fundamental attribution error. What is the definition of fundamental attribution error? It is when we are trying to understand and explain what happens in social settings, we tend to view behavior as a particularly significant factor. We then tend to explain behavior in terms of internal disposition such as personality traits, abilities, motive, etc., as opposed to external situational factors. This can be due to our focus on the person more than their situation, about which we may know very little of. We also know little about how they are interpreting the situation. Western culture exacerbates the error as we emphasize individual freedom and autonomy and are socialized to prefer dispositional factors to situational ones. When we are playing the role of observer, which is largely when we look at others, we make this fundamental attribution error. When we are thinking about ourselves, however, we will tend to make situational attributions. Research by Edward Jones and Victor Harris in 1967 asked people to assess a person's pro or anti-Castro feelings given an essay a person had written. Even when the people were told the person had been directed to write pro or anti-arguments, the people still assumed the author believed what they were writing. For example, I assume you have not done much today because you are lazy, rather than perhaps tired or lack the right resources. Beware of people blaming you for things outside of your control. Also, watch out for people doing it to you. You can make friends and build trust when individuals are blamed by others by showing that you understand how it is not to do with their personality. Watch how others make attributions when they seem to go against the trend and be in your favor. Be curious about their motive. And the second question is about the differences between the primary and recency error. The primary effect is our tendency to calculate form and opinion of people on the basis of the first information we receive about them. This rapid perceptual organization and interpretation occurs because we need to make sense of the world around us. The problem is that first impressions, particularly negative first impressions, are difficult to change. After categorizing someone, we tend to select subsequent information that supports our first impression and screen out information that oppose that impression, even though it is not what they are. Recency effect occurs when the most recent information dominates our perceptions. This perceptual bias is most common when people, especially those with limited experience, are making an evaluation involving complex information. For instance, auditors must digest large volumes of information in their judgments about financial documents, and the most recent information received prior to the decision tends to get weighted more heavily than information received at the beginning of the audit. Similarly, when supervisors evaluate the performance of employees over the previous year, the most recent performance information dominates the evaluation because it is the most easily recalled. So it is proof that the primary effects were made before for the first time when they meet, and the recency effect occurs when the most recent information dominates our perceptions. Thank you.